Let's take a closer look at a few practical examples. Here, the logistics begin at the pile turner. A pallet dispenser provides the empty non-stop pallets. Once the pile is placed on a non-stop pallet, it's automatically transported into the print shop via a turntable. There, a transport carriage takes over the pile and brings it to the buffer zone in front of the feeder of the relevant press. A bridge construction ensures that the feeder remains fully accessible for the printer despite the roller track. During non-stop production, this bridge is tilted up to make way for the pile transport. When an empty pallet is lowered, it's removed from the feeder automatically. After turning, the empty pallets are collected and made available to the pile turner once more. The empty pallets are also handled automatically at the delivery. The printed piles are moved into a buffer area from where they can be picked up by forklift for transport to the finishing department. The process in the next example is similar. Here too, the piles are turned and supplied to the print shop via turntables and roller tracks. The removal of the wooden pallets and the replacement with non-stop pallets are fully automatic. In this case, however, advanced buffer zones are provided to permit substrate, job or press-specific pile management. Transport carriages take the piles from these waiting zones to the individual presses. Once again, there is buffer space for several piles at each feeder. The delivery roller tracks are here somewhat more complex. After removal to the side, the piles run via a corner transfer point to one of several buffer positions. From there, they are transported on to the post-press section. Here we see an example of palletless logistics. At the pile turner, the substrates are removed from their pallets and placed directly onto a conveyor belt, which subsequently passes them on to the transport carriage. A further conveyor provides for delivery to the individual buffer zones and insertion into the feeder. Many other solutions are equally conceivable. For example, the printed piles could be removed from the delivery area via an elevator system for further processing on a completely different floor of the company building. It goes without saying that there are similarly many options for transport of the printed sheets between the press and the die cutter. In this way, it's possible to set up a fully automatic packaging production line. In fact, the potential is endless. For practically every application, it's possible to configure the ideal pile logistics system. Would you like to learn more? Our specialist will be pleased to answer any questions you may have about pile logistics systems for repeater presses, whether medium, large or super large format.